Oh, pardon me. Hopping all over the place, Jesus. Pardon me, 1 second. My phone's upside down. What about like this? Hello, Pacifiers. It's me. Schizophrenic Mitch. It's been a while since I've been streaming. It's kind of cold. Too cold to do shit, you know? Just got a ton of shit to do, so I don't really have a lot of preaching. Emotion Highlights is here. Hey, hello. I was just going about my chores today, and it's my Friday. It's my day off, and I just was going by the supermarket and I heard a bell ringing already. Seems like the time the bells start ringing, like it's the weekend before Thanksgiving. I'm not like, I don't think it's too early, but I think that these people who ring the bells don't realize that they're involved in a religious organization. I think they're involved in it. I think that they think that they're involved in it. But just like when you donate to the Mormon Church, or it's Eric Whitfield. Hello, Eric Whitfield's been Pastafarian Minestrone for a while. I think we interviewed you, right, Eric? We got a video with you. So we're gonna go talk to this bell ringer, see if he's aware that he's working for a hate cult. Ask him a few questions, try not to make him nervous. We'll see how this goes. Hello there, sir.
Yeah, how you doing, Jim?
Doing well.
Good.
I heard your bell ring, and I like to talk to people who are ringing bells for the Salvation Army. Are you a member of the Salvation Army?
No, I volunteer for, just for the holidays.
How many years you been doing it?
Actually, this is 7.
7 years?
We did 2 in two in the Chicago area years ago, and then more recently we did 2 years in Phoenix and Prescott, and then we actually did. This is our 3rd year here.
Nice.
Prescott?
Yes.
From Butte?
Well, that's right, Granite Mountain.
Did you know that the Salvation Army is a religious organization?
Absolutely, that's how it got started. Actually, in 1865.
Yeah.
And you know why it became a religious organization?
I mean, it's just a group of people doing religious stuff. I don't know what you mean.
No, actually, the Anglican Church is started. It's just fantastic organization. You know that 87 cents out of the dollar stays right here at the Aurora area. I mean, the money that we get from kettles, we have maybe 14 kettles in our district, and that stays right here in our area. It goes right back to the people that are giving, and this is the other beautiful thing about this. Red Cross, 53 cents on the dollar. Wounded Warriors, 62 cents on the dollar.
You just said that 110 cents on every dollar goes to the Red Cross and the Wounded Warriors.
No.
I
no,
misunderstood you then.
No, I'm saying that's what their groups, that's how much goes back into the charity, and the other part is administrative.
Huh?
We have 13 cents administrative,
Okay.
you know.
Okay.
And that's
Oh, I
why-
see. So you're saying that if I give to Wounded Warriors, only 53 cents on the dollar goes to... I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Yes. And that's why we can say that we're doing the best good.
The Mormons have set up these things downtown, and all of everything that you give at the Mormons goes to coats and stuff.
Yes.
So if the Mormons gave more dollar to those in need, would you work for the Mormons?
No, I'm and I know it's a Christian religion.
Uh-huh.
I spent some time in Utah, in Salt Lake City, and
Yeah.
that, and I got to know the religion. I spent about a year there, and it was I feel first of all, I'm Protestant. I'm you know, and this is a non-sectarian organization.
What do you mean by that?
That means that it takes everybody in. Now the Mormons can come with Salvation Army, Catholics, Baptists, Lutherans, Methodists. It's none. It doesn't. It accepts every sect of religion that there is. You know, I mean, and that's the beauty. I've just in this area here. I've had many different people, you know, that are putting money into the kettle. You know, I mean, it's
So you, by non-sectarian, you mean they'll accept money from any denomination?
correct.
But the religion won't accept members from any denomination.
Well,
You have to.
That's because they follow the teachings of the Bible. Okay. So, and that's and not a society. Okay. You know. So,
But we were talking about the difference between Mormons and the Salvation Army here. You're saying you can donate your time to the Mormons, right?
I have.
Oh, excellent. Okay.
I have.
Okay.
In you know, years past, you know, where they've had charitable things when I was spending time up there. You know, and I'm not. They follow the Book of Mormon and the Bible, you know, and you know it's we all need something more than anything else, you know? And it's always the basis of doing to others as you wish me to do to you, the golden rule, and that carries throughout just about every Buddhism, Hinduism.
It's a rather universal thought, right? Right.
That's right.
Some of the Greeks said it. I think there's a thought about like that in the Zoroastrian tradition. It's very common.
That's right.
If you found out that some of the money that was being donated here sort of went to anti-gay legislation, would you have a problem with that?
Again, the Salvation Army is follows the beliefs of the Bible, and that's all I can really say about that, you know.
Do you think that they should use some of the money that is donated here to?
I'll tell you
Yeah.
that when it comes to, first of all, you talk it's religion and state.
Yeah,
And
religion
there
and
should
politics.
there should be a complete division between the two.
How is that possible?
Yeah, I mean, it was totally possible. You can go all the way back to John F. Kennedy being the first Catholic
Yep.
president. You know, and, I mean, so
And a lot of people had a problem with that, right? When JFK was Catholic,
yeah.
and now Joe Biden is president, and he's Catholic, and nobody's talking about it, right? It's not. No one seems to have a problem with
That's right.
a Catholic president now, right?
And you know, I feel that you know, Salvation Army. If you go to have you been to their outlet in Aurora? Have you ever been?
Their religious outlet or the like the Goodwillish like
Well,
outlet,
they have
the
church,
charity
they
outlet.
have the hall.
Right.
They have the food drives. They have you over there, and I can't think of the name of the street, but it's right around 6th Avenue in Peoria.
Yeah, Del Mar Circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the Del Mar
Yeah,
Circle area.
I live right actually.
Yeah, you know, and they accept anybody that comes in and asks for help. You know, I mean, I can understand why you think that it has something against gays.
They do. They spent a lot of money on Proposition 8 when California was trying to make gay marriage illegal. The Salvation Army donated some money to Proposition 8. They donated some money to.
But again, that's one man or one, you know, that says this is what I want to do. You know.
What do you mean?
I mean, or there's a council of men, you know, but
Yeah.
you know, it's hard to say. How many people donated against it? I mean, or for it, you know? I mean, you know, that's the whole political situation.
Do you think any of this money should be used for political purposes?
I really don't. No.
Excellent.
No. But this is my opinion.
Yeah,
I mean, this is.
I'm only here to ask you about your opinion. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think we talked last year.
I'm not sure that I talked to many people last year about this. I think I sort of skipped a year, but I've been talking to sort of bell ringers for a while. I'm surprised how.
I had a gentleman that came and actually stood here and cursed me.
Sure. I hope you don't feel like I'm cursing.
No.
But continue.
I mean
I don't mean
verbally.
to. Yeah.
Verbally.
I don't mean to interrupt your story. You had a gentleman curse you.
But then about 20, and I talked to him just like I'm talking to you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for doing this.
God bless you. Thank you. And he was red faced and everything else, and he came back and he apologized. He says I totally apologize for taking out a whole group against you as an individual. You know, I mean,
Because you
he put money in the kettle.
Oh.
So, you know, I mean, that was.
Oh, well, I'm not going to put money in your kettle because I think it's an evil thing to do. But I hope that. Yeah, exactly. I hope you don't feel like I'm cursing you, verbally abusing you. That's not my intent.
Yeah, I know. But are you recording me?
I'm streaming to YouTube right now. I'm streaming our conversation to YouTube to illustrate sort of the type of people who ring bells for the Salvation Army.
I see.
As a religious organization, why aren't there enough members in the Salvation Army to ring all the bells? Why do they have to have members of other sects donate their time?
You know, have you ever heard of the Assembly of God?
Yeah, AOG. Yeah.
That's the church affiliation for the Salvation Army,
Okay.
and there's millions. Okay,
Uh huh.
you
Yep.
know, I mean, so why do we have to have food drives? Why does there, have Rocky Mountain Food Drive and all these other organizations?
I'm not sure. Yeah.
So I assume that you have a place that you go on Sunday to worship, and I don't mean to
I don't
ask you.
think that's anybody's business.
Yeah, exactly. So I assume
Thank you.
that you have a place, but
That
just
makes an ass out of you and me, unassuming. Okay, so let's stop that.
that's a silly that's silly.
Yes.
Because I assume that person has a driver's license, and that didn't make an ass out of you or me. But sure, that's funny.
You really can't hear either. Assume that.
But I do wonder why you don't donate your time to your local.
Because first of all, I'm 75 years old.
Sure.
Okay.
Mhm.
I've done more charity work in my lifetime than you'll ever know. Okay.
Sure.
So that's all I have to say about that.
How did you
Would I choose to donate my time is my business. Okay. And this
Sure.
is the most worthy cause.
How did you determine that this is a worthy cause?
How did you determine that this isn't?
Because they gave money to anti-gay legislation.
Yes. And 170 years, 150 years,
Yeah.
they did that. You know?
Yep.
I think that that's really very prejudicial and
I see what you're saying.
thank you so much.
Doing well. Have a good Thanksgiving.
You too. You
So what do you do? Like, because a lot of people don't carry cash. What do they do? What do you
We
do?
have the QR code.
I've never known how to use those stupid things.
All you do is take a picture of it and it comes up
Right.
on your phone.
A lot of time, the app that you use to take a photo has it built in
Oh, really?
to connect to the link.
And then it
And then
pops
there's
up.
the whole story of Salvation Army and how you can contribute.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, next time I'll try that. See what happens. my whole bank account will go.
Don't forget the bell ring.
Yeah, exactly. Have a good one, you guys.
See you soon. So you're saying that you think that the way that I feel about the Salvation Army is prejudiced? Is that what you're saying?
Of course, that's a form of prejudice.
But I'm not.
Sir, I
Yeah.
think that's enough. I gotta do this too now.
I'm not interrupting the ringing. You can ring. Because if they gave money to anti-gay legislation,
Thank you so much. Thank you.
then aren't they doing evil in the world? Did you know that
Busting your balls?
Did you know that the Salvation Army is a religion?
I don't believe so, no.
You don't believe it's a religion?
No, I don't.
Sir, is the Salvation Army a religion?
It's not a religion.
So there you go.
It's affiliated with the
I would Google it if I were you.
but
Probably a nice thing to do.
yeah.
And they gave money to anti-gay legislation. Do you support anti-gay legislation?
I mean, I support people's rights for whatever they like.
So would you like to support the Salvation Army when they?
Support this guy right here.
Yeah.
Seems to be doing a good job.
Yeah, but he's not putting it in his pocket. He's giving it to people who hate gays.
Well, you can go support people who love gays.
I am.
You don't got to fuck with this guy.
I am doing that right now, sir. Ooh, can I have $1? Can I have $1?
Oh,
Cool. So if I think what you're doing is an evil act, you think that's a prejudiced thing to think?
You're inferring that I'm evil.
I think what you're doing is evil.
I think we're done, sir. I think I'm gonna have to ask you to leave now.
Do you have any gay? Hello there.
How you doing?
Doing well.
Well, I haven't heard from the man from the Salvation Army. I talked to you, I think, did you have a woman with you? A woman with you.
Yeah,
Or your,
yeah,
what,
Kathy,
your
she-
wife or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, and they never called, or she never called.
Oh, okay.
They want to make money. You got to have me, because I work hard.
They never called you?
I-
Have you donated your time to the Salvation Army
This
before?
gentleman
Wait a minute, both of you are.
It's
Pardon?
streaming.
Have you donated your time to the Salvation Army before?
I was #1 bell ringer.
Excellent.
They did a big story on
What
it.
year?
That was about 8 years ago.
Excellent. Around here, around the state?
Moved to California. I was in California, and then I moved to Oregon.
You're being very interruptive.
Whoops.
I'm trying to have a conversation.
This man is streaming. He's against the Salvation Army.
Why? Out of curiosity.
Oh, because they're anti-gay. Because they spend a lot of money on anti-gay legislation.
They do?
Yeah.
How do
How
you know
much is
that?
the lot?
Just how much is a lot? Millions of
Okay,
dollars.
well, I'm going to tell you. Why
Yeah.
I asked you, how do you know that? It's
Oh,
because
just
I'm a
Public
journalist.
record. Public record.
And I'm also an investigative journalist.
Excellent.
And I don't even believe in our media anymore.
Sure,
because
sure.
A lot of times, and excuse me, it's under Obama's influence. I know that. I know quite a bit. But the point is what I'm making is
Yeah.
you have that right to decide that.
Uh-huh.
And Salvation Army has that right to
Yeah.
decide that. I see two sides to every story, but I see also sides that where people get more. I have people, I've done a lot of volunteer work, that they get all these benefits and they laugh about it. And I've worked hard my entire life.
Sure, I believe you.
But the thing is, you're anti, that's your privilege.
Oh, I'm pro-gay. I think that gay
Are
people
you
should
gay?
be. No, I'm not.
Okay, if you're pro-gay.
Yeah. I think that they should be allowed to be married.
I lived in San Francisco.
Uh-huh.
And I remember I had gay friends.
Were you there when Proposition 8 was going through?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I will say they've lived there for many years,
Uh-huh.
and I enjoyed them.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun with my gay friends.
Yeah, I think
but
that-
I never knew what the word gay meant. You know what I thought it meant?
Happy.
Absolutely, because I moved from a big ranch in Oregon, 1,000 acre, and as far as I know, they didn't have any gay whatever. So when I moved there and I found out about the word lesbian and gay, I thought, oh, what's a lesbian? I mean, that's how naive, and I'm still naive. But I do not believe in it. That's my privilege.
You don't
But-
believe in it?
But I think a lot of it, if it is, it could be something wrong in your body physically that is telling you you cannot be the regular person. But I will say, I don't believe in a lot of things even the straight people do.
Sure.
I think they're jerks. If you're going to tell the truth, say it out, get it over with. You don't have to disagree. You don't have to argue, make a statement. But the point is, it's still the United States of America so far.
Right.
And people don't believe in God.
Yep.
I believe in God.
Yep.
And I was adopted from extreme poverty as a little 3-year-old, and I've given lots of love. And the priest who brought me to my mother and father said to me, this is a very different little girl. She smiles all the time. Guess what? This old lady now is
Still smiling from a little girl. That's a great story.
So, yeah, and I write an article once a month. I don't live here. I live in Oregon. I'm here for 2 months.
Nice.
But the point is what I'm making, it's only positive.
You're here for the winter months?
Pardon?
Do you come here for winter? You come to
I come
Colorado?
here to see my family and spend 2 months. They can only stand me for 2 months. And then I'm here for 1 year, pardon me, my God. Then I go back and I see them I see them for 2 months, 60 days for 1 year, I see them again. You know what I mean? But you have that right, and I understand. I think something is wrong with them biologically, but if they're happy, that's number one.
I see what you're saying. So do you think that if they want to, they should be able to marry?
I really don't know because friends of mine that in San Francisco, none of them, they were married on their own way. You know what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying.
But also, I do believe, I've heard friends of mine say to me, Betty, because I'm always doing something, keeping myself physically and emotionally active, and I love to read. They say, well, Betty, you know what? I bet you would like to have a husband. I said, no, I don't want to have a husband. I said, I had a husband, friends. I don't want to have any anger towards him. I don't believe in divorce. There's another thing. But if they're happy, and people should leave them alone if they're happy. I have friends of mine that are black. I have friends of mine that are orange, and you know what I'm saying.
Sure.
And I don't believe in nationalities. And then when I do my column, I should give you, and you can read it on if you have one of these that you can go to.
Yeah. Where is it
only
at?
Positive.
Sure.
In Oregon.
What's it called?
It's just Betty Kelly.
Sure.
That's me.
Sure.
Hi. I'm
Kelly.
Betty Kelly.
Mitchell.
Hi, Mitchell. I
Kelly.
like that name. You're a big guy, and
I
I'm a
am.
little girl.
I'm a large dude.
Well, that's okay. Be good, because my ex-husband was that large. But I always friends. I always tell them, if you ever need anything, just call me. You don't hear that very often because there's always, and you can be married and be very lonely, but that's okay. You're married. That doesn't mean anything. God wants you to be happy. That's all He cares about.
Excellent. Excellent.
And I think God understands there could be something physically, emotionally wrong with these people because, and there's definitely physically, emotionally, mentally wrong with us too. Because none of us are perfect. So there.
That's true.
And I'm a perfect mess. And I am. As little as I am, I'm a perfect mess. But I never got a phone call from the captain.
Okay. So, first time I talked to George was yesterday. He came to take care of it. He got some business for
Bye. See you later.
See you later. There's another bell ringing over here. Hello. Howdy.
Hi.
Are you a member of the Salvation Army?
No, we're just volunteering.
You're with this dude over here?
Yep.
He was saying he's been doing it for 7 years. You've been doing it for 7 years?
We enjoy it. Helping out a lot of people.
Did you know that the Salvation Army donated to anti-gay legislation? Were you aware of that?
No, and I really don't care.
You don't care that they donated to anti-gay legislation? Are you anti-gay marriage?
No,
But
but what they do is their business. So
the Salvation Army? But you're working for them.
I'm volunteering for them.
Yeah.
Help raise money for the food banks and the homeless, so
Do you think any of this money goes to anti-gay legislation?
I have no idea. I know that 87% of it stays right in the area here to help the homeless and feed the hungry, so.
Would you be upset if you found out that some of the money that you gathered here today went to anti-gay legislation?
I'm sorry,
Would you be upset if you learned that some of the money that you gathered today went to anti-gay legislation?
that's up to them, you know.
So you don't mind if they spend all this money on anti-gay legislation? That would be okay with you?
What they do, they do.
Because I think it's an evil thing to do to deny gay people the right to be married. Do you think that gay people should have the right to be married?
They can do what they want.
Not in some states they can't.
They're just like everyday people, so.
Well, they are now that we gave them the right to be married.
Have a good one. How are you, sir?
So I've got to go do more errands. I've got an errand coming up. And so I'm going to wrap it up here. So do you think I owe you an apology for the way that I behaved today?
I think the ambush was
What do you mean by ambush, sir?
First of all, you didn't tell me that you were streaming.
So that's the ambush? The stream is the ambush?
Well,
If I was just recording it, would that be different?
and you're asking so many personal questions.
I'm not asking personal questions.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
What personal question did I ask you, sir?
Christ.
I didn't even ask you your name, sir. Sir, what personal question did I ask you today?
I'm gonna take your time.
Oh, okay, I'll wait here until you're done.
Let me give you one. Did you I call him all right? As I said, I was not supposed to be put in there, so I had to call him, but his wife just had a little baby, so I think that I don't know. I'm going to tell him, my God, I'm a celebrity. Okay, this is my name, and it is at Clinton. I live.
Yeah, I gotta go. So my point is I'm trying to. My point is very hard to make clear, but everyone feels attacked when you talk to them about their religion. There's no way to make people not feel attacked. That guy came out, is standing there, ringing bells at every person that goes by. He says that me having a conversation about why he's doing that is an ambush. I find that to be very hypocritical, and I find that to be a very childish way of thinking, to not justify the ideas that you're promoting. I think that the Salvation Army is very anti-gay. Not quite as anti-gay as maybe the Mormons, some of the other ones. But I think that giving money to them is an evil act because they're an evil corporation, and that guy felt ambushed by it. I don't know. I'll be back later.